first came to Stanford about 24 years ago and bought my first plot. And it wasn't long after that, after working for a law firm for a little while, my weekends got longer and longer. And eventually I decided to buy a little cottage, which I turned into a self-catering unit. That gave me an excuse to be here more often. And then the hotel came up for sale. And it was bought by a Professor van Wouw. And Professor van Wouw was going to turn the hotel into a distillery. And of course, the patrons at the local pub here at the Stanford Inn, it was called Ye Old Stanford Inn then, they were absolutely shocked. What was going to happen to our Friday nights? What was going to happen to our dartboard? What was going to happen? Could we bring our dogs to the new pub? And then, of course, we learned that the pub was going to be closed. So a little while later, something happened with the whole Van Wouw sale. And I started putting in anonymous offers to Van Wouw's family. But nobody knew that it was me. So every Friday night I'd go to the pub and I would hear the new story. Have you heard somebody's put in an offer for the hotel? And I said, really? And Marlene, my good friend, the late Marlene Swart, she was working with me, putting in these anonymous bids, and she never ever breathed the word. I would say that that was probably the best kept secret of the decade here in Stanford. When finally news broke that they'd accepted my offer and that it was me, the whole village started congregating in the pub. It was a school night as well, which was, you don't usually go to the pub on a school night. It was the biggest, most amazing, most festive party we've ever held, impromptu party in that pub. We danced around the poles there until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was the most wonderful, wonderful feeling to know that we'd actually saved our pub. My dream for Stanford is that everyone could get back to where we were on that night that the news broke that I'd bought the hotel. There was so much camaraderie. Everybody was so together, so supportive, so happy for somebody else's happiness and joy. It affected all of us. And the whole of Stanford was marketed as one business in those days. And it was tangible because people from Napier, from all our surrounding villages in the Overberg would come and attend functions here. And they would keep on saying, how do you guys do this? You're like one business. It's one team. That is my dream for Stanford. And that is my dream for the Overberg. And eventually I'd like to see more Overberg routes or routes between different regions where we actually support one another and get people to do road tripping and discover parts of this whole area that has never been discovered before. You'll never ever discover it on a bus.